Hi everyone and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Monday the 6th of August. It's a pleasure to be with you today as always. I'm using the Wheel of the Year Tarot for today's reading. This is a deck that I've had from the very beginning and I just adore it. It's the characters are very friendly and they look cartoony and I just love this. And I also love the 4 seasons, just the idea of that. So let's have a look at what today's energy is about. If this is the first one of my videos that you're watching, you're very welcome. Please hit the subscribe button. And I do these daily readings every day to tune into the energy that's floating around and how you can use it and make the most of it. So that's what these readings are for, and they apply to everyone who watches them. So we have got the 6 of Pentacles, the 3 of Swords, and the 6 of Swords. Okay, so as far as this card is concerned, this is the have and have not card. So we've got a gentleman here who's very wealthy, a nobleman. He's got a bag full of money and he's got money floating around him. He's that rich and he's giving it to these poor children and he's got enough money to give. The nice thing about this card is it recognizes that sometimes you're up and sometimes you're down. And there's no difference between these people. On a soul level, they're all the same. They're all just fragments of love from the universe. And that coin that the man is giving this young boy, he may invest that and become the richest man in the world. You don't know. So it's a time today where you're totally aligned and in the flow of life. I think financially, in your body, in terms of your job and the way you live your life, I really feel like you have a sense of there's a future here, I have opportunities, I'm grateful for the good things in my life, I give thanks, and if I see someone who needs my help, because I'm in such a good position, I'm able to help them. In my experience, when I remember I was in Brighton with my sister a while ago and I won a little duck. I paid £3 to fish this duck out of this pool, and if you got the number 1 duck then you would win a grand prize. I didn't win the grand prize, I won a little duck, like a little yellow duck. And I thought, yeah, that's cute. But then I saw this family with a pram and a little girl in it. And I just thought, why not give this duck to this family and this little girl? Because the little girl will really enjoy it. You know, it's a little present. So I went up to the lady and I said, would you like this? I've just won it. They accepted the gift and gave it to the little girl who giggled and was happy. And as soon as I did that on my phone, because when someone orders a reading with me, I'm notified on my phone. And in that very moment I gave something, someone ordered an appointment with me. And I realized that is no coincidence. What you give out, you get back. So if you are in a position to help, please do, because you'll get it back 3 times over. The next card is the 3 of Swords. And the 3 of Swords represents heartbreak, loss, and betrayal. So we've got these different owls, different thoughts. Swords represents ideas, remember? It's the way you think, it's the way you decide. And really what I think today is that the heartbreak and the loss is not as a result of other people, but your limited thinking. Because you feel driven, these swords are driving this poor man into his boat and forcing him to leave. He's packed up his stuff and he's forced to go on a journey and he's literally being blown out. Look at the leaves there. He's being rejected from this whole island and they're saying, on your boat, get out of here. But we don't know if the swords are the element of air and thoughts in the tarot. We don't know if these are other people's swords. You know, the judge saying, we're going to lock you up. And he's saying, I'm not going to be locked up. I'm going to get out of here and leave. That's an external threat. But it could also be an internal threat. This is such a nice island. I don't belong to live here because I'm such a bad person. That would be something that would drive him away from this beautiful place because of his own faulty thinking. It's also a 6 card. like this one. So it's a temporary opportunity. And what I'm noticing is that in the middle we have 3. And 3 is about thinking and communication. So this day is all about the way you think and communicate. If you think negatively and if you take negative action as a result of that, you're going to go in a direction which creates more negativity. So if you feel I'm leaving this island because I'm no good and people are too good for me here, I'm going to move on, then you are going to land somewhere that's not as nice and that's where you feel, I guess, more comfortable. But really, it's just as a result of you thinking badly of yourself. And the next chapter of your life is then not great because it was based on a fearful decision, which creates more fear. And I really think the big warning today is about yourself, the way you feel within yourself. So recognize where you're at and love the fact that you're in a good place and that you can help. See that for what it is and don't say, I haven't made the million that I wanted. I'm alone, I'm single, I wanted to be in a relationship and the sun is setting on my dream of having children. If you think like that, then there's no point in living here anymore. I'm going to get away from this. I'm going to do my own thing. I'm going to isolate myself and screw other people. No one has helped me. I'm all by myself. I'm bitter now. I'm angry and I'm going. And that's really heartbreaking because that is you giving up and breaking your own heart. And if you're wise today, you say, thank you, universe, for the blessings that I've been given. I see opportunities to help other people. That then turns around this card and it's no longer heartbreak, loss and betrayal. It's saying, despite people's poverty or the way because homeless people and poverty-stricken people, the tragedy is that they remind us of what we are all like. I would also be covered in mud and smell bad if I was homeless. So the sad thing is that they're not easy to give things to because people say things like, he'll just use that for drink or whatever. And it's really a social problem that people, box someone as homeless and then treat them as a homeless person. They're just a normal person who happens to be in a situation that's unpleasant. So, open your mind a little bit and see beyond the surface of what other people may be and talk to them as a person. I'm sure there's as many nightmare homeless people as there are lovely homeless people, just like people in every area of life. So if you have the potential to help someone who may be difficult for you to help, it may be difficult for you to make that move, then you change your thinking and you fill yourself with love and acceptance and tolerance. And that then will mean that you can solidify your relationships. You're not feeling chased. You're removing your own faulty thinking and you're reconnecting with love rather than your own insecurities and heartbreak, which come from the ego and which today want to drive you really in a terrible direction. So today is not the day to change careers or to change paths on a whim, to just throw your job away and to just say, no one cares about me, everyone in the office hates me. I'm just a nuisance here. I'm going to find a place where I'm more popular. That's not the way it works. You change the environment by, let's say you do work in that office and you feel everyone hates you. The way to change that is to take your own little cubicle and to make that your safe space. You bring in a flower, you bring in a picture of your loved ones, of your family. You bring in a pillow for your seat with nice embroidery and colors. You put on a little picture and it becomes your home. And you say to other people that you care about your work. And when someone walks past your cubicle and when they see the gorgeous pillows and the brightness and the flower, people will say, oh my God, this person is present. This person is here. This person has given something to the job. He's given something to us by making the environment look better. That's giving. So I'm going to give something back and think about him differently. And tomorrow I'm going to say, good morning, how are you? I love what you've done with your office. And that's a way to build relationships in that office and to stay there and not to be iced out. You always have the potential, especially today, to be the master of your own destiny, and you can make your destiny much richer by giving things away. That's what I've experienced. The more you give away, the more you get back. The more you hang on to things and grab onto the things, the more it becomes like sand running through your hands and you lose everything. So let go, trust that you're taken care of, give thanks. We all have so much to be grateful for. We live in countries that are relatively safe. We have shoes on our feet, we have clothes on our back, we have roofs over our head. Physically, if you can move, if you've got all your limbs, if you're able to, if you're going to start a gratitude list, you're going to be sitting there for a week. There's so much that you can write about that you're thankful for. And that's the way to manage the day. Be grateful, help out. And negative thoughts about yourself and other people are going to be diminished, which really helps you. Because then if you don't feel as negatively about the people in the office, then that's going to ease their feeling. They'll respond to you in kind. People respond to the vibration that you send out, and you'll start to be more popular. Let's say you turn this around and have this day. You have loads to share because you're in a good position, but you're really worried about the mortgage. And someone says, listen, Dan, I need £50 just to get me through the day. And you say, absolutely not. How dare you ask me for £50? I work so hard for my money. You deadbeat, go make your own £50. I'm not helping you. That then breaks your heart because you feel guilty about not helping him. You feel sad about the way you reacted because that's not you. You're genuine. You usually think of yourself as a loving, nice person, and you weren't nice. And it breaks your heart that you've become so jaded. And then you start this whole guilt trip about yourself, and it's like, I can't ever be like that again. I've got to change my life. I've got to go to a retreat and be silent for 2 weeks and make up for my terrible behavior. And that's not what this day is about. The day is an opportunity to do something nice for someone else, and that nice gesture then becomes charity, which starts at home, which comes back to you threefold. And interesting that we have 3 swords and the number 3, you start to think of yourself better, you are proud of yourself, you love yourself, and you know that you have value, and that enables you to really put down roots and to anchor yourself into the life you've got and to be happy. 6 and 6 is 12, and 3 is 15, 1 and 5 is 6, and this 6 is a temporary opportunity. So this is a temporary opportunity to really, today, have things go one way or the other. It's a very black and white day, very 50-50. It's either going to be negative or really good. So I hope you have a fabulous day. If you would like a private reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab to audio reading. Please hit the subscribe button on this channel if you like the videos. That is super important to me. And it's an easy way for you to help out if you like my videos. Please do hit the subscribe button. Have a fab day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.